Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Report claims David de Gea's future looks bleak at Manchester United. Manchester United goalkeeper David de Gea has not yet signed a new contract at the club, and his situation has been described as bleak. Negotiations with the Spaniard are ongoing, with the club's official retained list stating discussions remain open with David de Gea over a potential new contract. De Gea's current contract expires on June 30. Talks have been ongoing since last year. There is a chance that De Gea has played his final game for the club. According to the Mirror, David De Gea's future as a Manchester United player looks bleak. The report states, United sources have indicated De Gea's contractual situation is looking bleak, with the 31-year-old so far unwilling to accept a reduction on his current £375,000 a week salary. United vastly overpaid on De Gea's last contract and cannot commit to him being a guaranteed number one, even though he won the Golden Glove. This was due to a vastly improved defense. De Gea's distribution and command of his penalty area are long-term weaknesses to his game, and there is no expectation he will improve these at this stage of his career. This was exposed in the FA Cup final, when even his usually good shot stopping fell below standard. Roy Keane is among the pundits to call for De Gea to be moved on. Manchester United have been linked to a succession of goalkeepers, with The Athletic reporting the club are looking at Andre Onana and Diogo Costa. While there is a chance De Gea could still stay on a reduced salary, it depends what he is prepared to accept and demand in terms of playing time. Really, it would be best for all parties if he was moved on, which would force United into a decision over a replacement rather than putting it off. Anthony Elanga sends Erik Ten Hag message while on international duty. Anthony Elanga has impressed fans while on international duty for Sweden, scoring in Friday's 4-1 win over New Zealand. Elanga has often been a forgotten man over the past year, with the chances to impress Erik Ten Hag coming scarcely. His second season in the first team was something of a step backwards, failing to score all season and assisting just 2 goals in 26 appearances. Due to this, there has been rumors circling that he is set to depart Old Trafford this summer. Ten Hag appears so eager to sell the Swede that his asking price has been slashed into half to just £10 million. The Mail had reported last month as many as 12 clubs were actively pursuing Elanga. The 21-year-old has made just one appearance since the turn of the year, due in part to Facundo Pellestri's emergence, which has pushed him further down the pecking order. Despite being on his way out, Elanga's form for his country could be showing Ten Hag he is making a mistake. Elanga has scored in 2 consecutive Sweden games as his nation has run to 5-0 and 4-1 wins over Azerbaijan and New Zealand, respectively. This could at least have Erik second-guessing putting such a low valuation on an academy graduate. A fee so low it could end up haunting Ten Hag, given Elanga having shown glimpses of his talent. A career high saw him beat Jan Oblak at the Wanda Metropolitano to draw United level in the Champions League under Ralf Rangnick. However, as United's ceiling rises under Ten Hag, it appears there is no place for the Swedish winger, this despite his goal for Sweden on Friday. Man United bid farewell to Axel Tuanzebe. Axel Tuanzebe's once promising career at Manchester United is drawing to an end after the club refused to extend his expiring contract. The 25-year-old defender will relinquish his long-term association with the Red Devils when his deal expires at the end of June, as per ManUnited.com. Having joined the club's youth academy at the age of 8, Tuanzebe climbed through the ranks at Old Trafford before making his senior debut in 2017 under Jose Mourinho. His phenomenal showings for United's youth team made Man United believe they had a gem in their hands, leading many to consider him the future defensive leader at the Theatre of Dreams. Unfortunately, Tuanzebe's senior career in Manchester has never gained momentum. only 21 at the time, the Englishman persuaded Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to hand him the captain's armband in a Carabao Cup tie against lower league Rochdale. All pieces seemed to be falling into place to help Tuanzebe reach the promised heights before a lengthy spell on the sidelines hindered his progress under the Norwegian manager. Tuanzebe fell out of favour at Old Trafford before returning to Villa Park for another season-long loan in 21-22, only to make 9 Premier League appearances for the Birmingham outfit, and after underwhelming loan spells at Napoli and Stoke City, he finally convinced Man United to cut him loose this summer. Zidane Iqbal set to leave Manchester United this summer. Manchester United midfielder Zidane Iqbal is set to leave Old Trafford during the ongoing transfer window. Iqbal was United's breakout star during last summer's pre-season tour in Thailand and Australia. Heading into last season, it was expected he would feature prominently under Erik ten Hag, but this did not come to pass. Throughout the campaign, Iqbal failed to play even 1 minute of senior football in all competitions. He was an unused substitute for United in 17 occasions for the first team. He managed 13 appearances in total for the under-23s and did not register a single goal contribution. The People's Person covered a report in April which indicated Iqbal's change of representation. The 20-year-old is now a client of SEG International, the same agency that represents Ten Hag. Football Insider report that Iqbal is expected to leave United in the next few weeks, with a bevy of clubs interested in his services. The report read, "The 20-year-old is currently being monitored by clubs in the Championship, League One, as well as clubs in the Netherlands, Spain and Portugal. There is no indication yet whether the move will be a loan or a permanent switch, but we understand that the player will be assessing all options, while club sources have told us that they would prefer to see the youngster head out on a temporary basis and make a return in 2024. Manchester World mentions a departure on loan looks the most likely outcome, although a permanent exit cannot be ruled out at this stage. Understandably, Iqbal's priority is to move to a club that can offer him game time as he seeks to jolt his career back to life. Man United pressing to sign AC Milan left-back Theo Hernandez. Manchester United are pressing to sign AC Milan left-back Theo Hernandez this summer, according to Gazzetta dello Sport. The Red Devils currently have Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia as their main left-back options, but they continue to be linked with Hernandez. Gazzetta dello Sport claim that United are particularly pressing to sign the 25-year-old, who would prefer a move to Old Trafford. Milan purchased the Frenchman from Real Madrid for 20 million euros 3 years ago, and they are eyeing at least 60 million euros to consider his exit. The Red Devils are expected to invest on multiple positions this summer, but it's highly unlikely that they will consider a new left-back. Shaw played occasionally as a central defender for United last term, but we don't see him becoming a permanent figure for that role. United currently have Rafael Varane, Lisandro Martinez, Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire as their central defensive choices. Injuries to Varane and Martinez saw Shaw fill in the position regularly, but United will be hoping that the situation won't be repeated. In our view, there is a higher possibility that United will sign a new central defender than a left-back, as Maguire could be offloaded. Hence, the speculation over Hernandez is agent-driven. United's name is probably being used to trigger interest from other elite clubs. United's main priorities for the summer are a centre forward and a creative central midfielder. Once the club invests on those two positions, they could then focus on other departments depending on funds recouped from player sales. Gonzalo Ramos and Rasmus Højlund are the potential striker choices for United, while Mason Mount is the number one midfield target. Man United could consider move for Aston Villa striker Ollie Watkins amid budget constraints. Manchester United could explore a move for Aston Villa striker Ollie Watkins amid their limited budget for the summer transfer window, The Athletic report. The Red Devils were initially interested in signing Harry Kane from Tottenham Hotspur this summer, but have ended their interest due to the high cost involved. United are also reluctant to enter into prolonged negotiations with Spurs chairman Daniel Levy, and they are now looking at alternative options in the transfer market. Rasmus Højlund has regularly been linked with a move to Old Trafford in recent days, but the Athletic claim that a deal is unlikely due to the hefty price tag. Atalanta have told the player's representative that he would cost £85 million. United have no plans of paying such a figure for an unproven young striker. Amidst this, it's claimed that United hold an interest in Villa star Watkins, and they have watched him closely. The 27-year-old was in fantastic form for Villa in the back end of last season and ended the campaign with 16 goals and 6 assists in all competitions. He currently has 2 years left on his contract, but talks are underway over a new long-term deal. The England international was one of the best strikers in the Premier League following the World Cup. He contributed 13 goals and 3 assists in 23 outings. The former Brentford man was crucial to Villa's superb run as they finished 7th in the standings. With this in mind, Villa are unlikely to let him go on the cheap this summer. With 2 years left in his deal, they have room to negotiate over the asking price. Watkins is currently valued at £27 million as per transfer market, but the Midlands outfit could easily demand £50 to £60 million to part ways with their prized asset. Erik Ten Hag could be looking for a proven Premier League striker, but the big question is whether United would make such a huge outlay on Watkins' services. The 27-year-old has hit double figures in terms of top-flight goals for 3 successive seasons, but has not netted more than 15 times over a single campaign. United need a more reliable figure up front if they want to be challenging for the league next term. Man United handed big boost as Benfica lower Gonzalo Ramos price tag. Manchester United have been handed a big boost in signing Gonzalo Ramos, with Benfica lowering their price tag, according to Correio de Mania. The Red Devils are keen on pursuing a new centre forward this summer, and they are looking at different options in the transfer market. Harry Kane was initially the primary target for manager Erik Ten Hag, but the club have cooled their interest. It's now reported that United and Paris Saint-Germain are in the lead to sign Ramos, who is likely to be sold by Benfica in the coming weeks. Ramos currently has a €120 million release clause in his contract, but the Portuguese outfit are prepared to sanction his sale for around €80 million. Benfica have identified New York City's Tasti Castellanos as a potential replacement for Ramos. The 21-year-old had an excellent 22-23 season for Benfica. He scored 27 goals and provided another 12 assists from 47 appearances in all competitions. Ramos was also brilliant for Portugal at the World Cup. He scored a stunning hat-trick against Switzerland in the round of 16 after starting ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo. In our opinion, Ramos would be an ideal striker for manager Erik Ten Hag. Aside from his goal involvement, he has also been impressive with his work rate. The Benfica star is known for his regular high pressing and does not shy away from making tackles. He has also been brilliant with his hold-up play in the final third. Last season, he won a stunning 4.9 ground and aerial duels per appearance. These are attributes that Ten Hag prefers in his main striker. We believe United should push to sign Ramos quickly amid the transfer interest from Paris Saint-Germain. Atalanta named their price for Rasmus Højlund as Man United interest intensifies. If Man United want to sign Atalanta's rising star Rasmus Højlund this summer, they are going to have to dig deep into the coffers. The 20-year-old is fast becoming one of Europe's hottest properties, despite only playing 32 matches in a European top 5 league, albeit scoring 9 goals and providing 4 assists. Perhaps surprisingly, after just 1 season, Atalanta are prepared to allow the player to leave, but they won't let him do so on the cheap. According to the Daily Mail, the Serie A outfit wants close to €100 million for the player, who shares an agent with United boss Erik Ten Hag, as Italian football journalist Alfredo Padula noted on Twitter recently. United would appear to want to start the bidding at a much lower fee of €60 million, though Medula notes that negotiations for the player can still get underway. The clubs are clearly poles apart in their valuation of Højlund. His attacking exploits have got people taking notice. However, given his lack of experience in a major league, one can understand United's lower offer. Equally, Atalanta are well within their rights to want to protect their investment, particularly as he still has 4 years left on his contract with them. Ultimately, if the player shows interest in moving to the Red Devils, then the Serie A side will need to be accepting a lower fee than they would like. The Daily Mail also notes that their previous record sale was £45 million, about €60 million, to Tottenham for Christian Romero, so they'd be well advised not to be too greedy. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.